So, if you want to get out of here, you'll have to make amends and work off your debt. For a start, you can carry all the charcoal from this wagon up to the store.
Wait, though. What's going to happen with Capon?
With that madman? He was poaching, so he'll swing.
But he really is a noble.
Ain't you a bit old for fairy tales, son? Once the bell tolls for the 12th time, it won't matter a damn who he used to be anyway. If you want to do something for him, pray. And best pretend you don't know him.
Your Captain Thomas can testify that we're envoys from Ratai. It's the truth, I swear.
Don't you say a word about our captain. We don't know if the poor fella will live to see morning. They moved him during the night to the chapel at the very top of the Maiden. It seems only God can help him now.
Oh. And can I go there? I really have to talk with Captain Thomas.
Don't fucking annoy me, fella. You got off lightly so far, believe me.
What? You won't even let me pray in the chapel?
We will not. You're not allowed inside at all. And don't let me catch you snooping around there.
Why did they move your captain to the chapel? All that way up?
So he'd be closer to God. Either the good Lord will help him, or take him to his bosom. The captain's in a really bad way. And our Sawbones is away with Lord von Bergov.
What about my things? You took everything away from me.
That's what happens to people in jail. When we set you free, you'll get your stuff back. In the worst case, we might keep something to cover the damages you caused at the wedding. Got it?
Got it. What happens when I'm done with this?
What do you reckon? You'll get another job. And when there's no more work for you, you can bugger off wherever you like.
That's all?
Aye? What'd you expect? The axe? Lord von Bergov is strict, but he ain't a tyrant. But poaching now, that's another matter.
Do you always ring the bells before an execution?
Aye, it's a local custom. They say back in the past, the local lord slept through a scheduled execution, and they had to release the condemned man. Don't worry, that won't happen today.
I'll get to work then.
Good lad. The store's up by the gate to the inner bailey. Orsina the blacksmith is idling around somewhere there. He'll think up some job for you, or go down to the outer bailey where they're building the scaffold near the gate. They'll be working up there for and no wandering around where you're not allowed. Don't stick your nose inside the castle. Got it?
Yeah. Got it.
To sek her, jeg skal bare google at lyden ikke er i cutscenes. No voices. Ja, der da. In cutscenes. Det kommer med en gang. Ok, så nå skal det funke. Når jeg har satt på spatial sound. Så får vi se da, om det gjør det. Sikkert litt mer digg å spille dette her på keyboard mouse. Da vet du ikke knappene. Det er fortsatt med kontroll, men jeg må sette. Nei, det er feil. Okay. All the sacks to the charcoal shed. Ja.
Move it. Stop gaping and get hauling.
Hvor er det charcoal shed da?
Good food and drink.
Ja, det er langt
Lots
da.
of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the
And why
bride doesn't
wouldn't
hear
they
you.
when it's true?
She might
It'll
take
be
the
bad, I tell you.
I don't know. Seems to me it's always the same. Bad.
Well, it'll be even worse. Look, there's a rabble running rampant over the countryside.
Jesus Christ be praised.
Same to you. I heard you're in need of money, friend.
I need to pay the tithe.
Skal jeg
And give
bare
something to
3
the
sånne
church for my
sekker
father's requiem.
hele den veien?
Well, I ain't so sure about that when
God
I hear
damn
what
it.
you're saying.
Really make you work for
It
it?
was nice. Good food.
Good day.
Good to see you, friend.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests.
Du har følelser som at du er i fengsel også der.
It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
It's clear as a bell. Everything was fine as long as we had a king.
We still got a king, though.
Wenceslas was worthless as a king, true,
Husker jeg at det som er viktig nå er å skaffe lockpicks, altså. Så jeg kan snyke rundt.
I don't want to hear any of that. Someone will overhear.
Bare se om jeg har noen skills. Det har jeg, vet du. Five lower. Den er nice. Hva er det sånn der? Speech. Den er nice. Jeg bruker denne. Battle Cry, det er enkelt å bruke. Pluss 3 strength. Stealth bonus. Den er chill. Give up sooner er nice. Jeg tar at de gir opp, jeg. Thievery. Pick up again plus 3 bonus in thievery and plus 3 bonus in stealth. Jeg prøver den, jeg. At jeg bare kan trykke på easy locks og sånn, så bare åpner den seg. Ja, den der at stone items in inventory lose their stone status quarter faster. Det var lang. Nei, jeg tar den der at den bare er sterkere. 10% sterkere, liksom.
And you'll get in trouble.
Friend, though.
It was nice. Good food.
It's very good, man. Very good. Se på oss, da. Pheasants.
It was nice. Good food and drink. Lots of guests. Not enough pretty girls for my liking, though. It's a lot better here in Trotsky.
Let's hope the bride doesn't hear you. She might take offense.
I wasn't talking about her.
By the way, you lot all
Hi ho,
castle is
hi ho. The line that's going home.
That's that.
Talk to the blacksmith.
ulcers and fit.
I finished hauling the sacks. What now?
How should I know? They told me to think up some job for you, so you wouldn't be idle. So if you want to pass the time, go ahead, but do it sensibly.
I'd say there's plenty of work to do around here. I'll gladly help you with something.
Aye, but I've only got work in the forge, and that ain't for everyone. I'm a respected tradesman here, understand?
I'm a blacksmith too, even if I don't look the part right now.
Oh, really?
Aye. My pa was a blacksmith, a respected one.
Then you might actually be some use to me.
Henry har
At least I
sjuk
wouldn't have
sveis
to
da,
work my
til å
fingers
liksom
to the bone all the
være
time.
middelalder
Tell you
og...
what, go to the forge. The fire's
mulig.
gone cold. I haven't had much time for, well, the trade. So fire it up and make some horseshoes for Kabat. He's our groom, always bothering me that he don't have shoes for the horses. And there's only one nag stabled here now that his lordship's away with his men.
All right. How many should I make?
How many legs does a horse have?
Well, it depends. Usually 4, but once there was a 3-legged foal born in our village.
All right, all right. You're a fool, but maybe you're a handy one. So go and make one horseshoe for the groom, all right?
But a horse has 4.
Aye, but Kabat's missing just one, and I ain't going to waste more on him.
1. All right.
You'll find everything you need in the trunk in the forge. It's there, past the gate.
All right. But I was told not to go there.
And now I'm telling you to go. And when it's done, bring it
Den
to me to
pekinga
check,
som dras.
so you don't make me look bad. Off you go. Lads, this here itinerant is my new house.
Ok, let's go.
Where's that fool of a blacksmith?
Jeg liker å blacksmithe, så det går helt fint da. Jeg kan lage workaxe.
Like always, he launches Crucifix! Where's that blacksmith? damn wretch.
Christ Jesus, who laid down his life for our sins, I beg you and the guardian angel to take care of your good servant. Thomas is a virtuous
Crucifix.
and good Christian.
Where's that blacksmith?
Let him heal us. All other soldiers.
That miserable blacksmith. Where is he now?
Oh, this is useless. It's cold.
Det er sikkert bare ett slag, så er den klar, liksom.
Crucifix. Where's that blacksmith?
One horseshoe. Det er nice, for da får jeg lov å
Where's
gå
that
rundt
fool
inni
of
her
a blacksmith?
Himself our wrongdoing.
uten å snike meg.
Have you seen Erazine the scribe?
About that horseshoe.
Well, did you get it done?
Yeah. Here.
Well, what are you standing around here for? I told you to take it to Kabat.
No. You told me to bring it and show it to you.
You're a smart one, eh? Well, now I'm telling you to go to Kabat with it. He's our groom. Most likely he'll be idling by the upper stables, the grouch. Just between the two of us, he's a very unpleasant fella. Unlike me.
I can't wait.
Alright.
It was nice. Good food and drink.
I brought you those horseshoes. I mean, horseshoe.
That took long enough. I've only got one horse here and I've got nothing to shoe him with. And you know who gets in the shit over it?
You?
Exactly. Mistakes are punished here. So either I'd end up reduced to beggary, or I'd have to go back to what I was doing before. And I wouldn't like that.
Do I get something for those horseshoes?
Hey, I've no time for jokes. I've only got one horse here, but even so.
What did you do before?
You're a bit inquisitive, ain't you?
Well, I get the feeling you're actually proud of it.
Let's just say I haven't always made an honest living. Is that enough for you?
Not quite. I'd also like to know if you've still got any tools.
I might be able to find something, but I'll tell you, it won't come cheap.
Okay.
Let's see what you've got.
Vi er for lockpicks. 13 gold. Jeg har ingenting. Det er ingenting jeg kan selge heller. Utenom de der skoa, da.
Take care then, and thanks for nothing.
Ok. Find worker on the gallows. Det gjorde jeg ikke sist. Tror jeg gjør det nå.
Yeah, the place by the Jehorovka stream.
What then? Has the water sprite been up to his mischief again?
The Lord be with you. What do you need?
I was told to come and ask you for a job.
Nice timing. Do you know anything about carpentry?
No, but I'd be glad to learn.
That ain't worth a damn to me if I have to teach you. Good tools is more what I need. I got the job of fixing up this here scaffold, so it don't collapse when we hang that poacher. But the whole thing is fucked. I need a good carpenter's axe. There's one broadaxe in the shed, but it's as blunt as a file. Of course, Osina didn't find time all year to hone the thing.
But that poacher is innocent.
An innocent poacher? But that's nothing to do with me. My job is to make sure it don't collapse when he swings.
By the way, would you happen to know how I can get up top in the Maiden?
Why, up the stairs, of course.
Yeah, but I'm not actually allowed inside the tower.
Then don't go there. Hey, I'd love to chat with you, but I got a job to do.
I could help you with that.
Kanskje jeg kan sabotere det.
Well, that'd be great. Go and get it from the shed, sharpen it, and bring it back to me.
Sure thing.
Ja, det virker jo litt som at jeg skal hjelpe den med å få Capon hengt, da. Så hva med gjør sånn at den ikke er skarp? Ja, herregud. Hopp, hopp, da. Ok, jeg har ikke lov å være her. Så her. Jeg får gjøre det da.
Can't get any better than this. Here it is. Hope it's good.
Sharp as a skinning knife. Nice. Without your help, the scaffold could well collapse under that poacher. And nobody wants that.
And isn't it all the same whether he hangs or gets crushed by fallen timber?
Certainly not. For one thing, it would be a disgrace, because someone would have to finish him off, and no one wants to dirty their hands with that. And more importantly, I'd have to rebuild the damn thing all over again. You can't imagine how that would spoil my day.
I think I can, actually.
Anyway, thanks. I can't afford to fuck things up today. The Chamberlain is as tetchy as the devil.
Isn't he always?
Yeah, but even more today. Anna the laundress said he's got bellyache. Everyone is avoiding him like the plague.
Uh-huh. Would you happen to know how I can get into the Maiden?
And what would you want in there?
I want to pray in the chapel. And they don't want to let me in.
The chapel, eh? Well, I'll be damned. I know one hand by the name of Binyek that wanted into the castle too, but for a damn different reason.
And did he succeed? In getting in, I mean?
Aye, he did. He climbed down into the well in the courtyard. See, there's caves under Torski, and the well ain't actually a well, but an underground pool in one of them caves. And from there, you can get to the dungeons, and then into the Maiden.
Oh, he sounds bold.
Oh, aye, but they still caught him and gave him a whipping. And when they found out how he done it, they took the cleats out of the well wall.
What does that mean?
That the next Binyek would have to jump in and not climb down. I wouldn't fancy that.
Indeed. What was Binyek after in the castle?
A certain buxom chambermaid who wouldn't give him what he was after in the hay and wanted a fine feather bed.
You don't mind building a scaffold for an innocent man?
No, such matters ain't my concern. The lords decide. I just build the scaffold. A fella has to know his place in this world, like my old pa used to say.
I'll be going.
Ok.
I've got to get back to work. Farewell.
I hvert fall noe jus på din sko, da. Hjalp den med å fikse den greia, liksom. finne noe å stjele da. Jeg kan kjøpe
What are you doing
lockpick.
here? What are you barging in here for?
The first bell. Another 11 to go.
Jeg har lockpicks? What? Da er det ikke noe problem. Bare no stress. Hva er det her? A-boka. Ja, den vet jeg hvor ligger. Den ligger utenfor. Skal vi si til Google det she med.
It was nice. Good food.
Ok, så er det huset her inne. Her.
Your bosom. For he's a good Christian.
Rob, you're after. You'll have to wait. I've been...
I suppose you're waiting here for a bite to eat.
Damn right. Like, I know they're preparing a banquet for his nibs, but they could have left one cook here. Or at least a bit of gruel, for Christ's sake.
I can try and find something for you.
Haven't you got anything better to do?
Not really. Besides, I'm quite hungry myself.
Go and look, then. There's some baths down below. There might be something there. I'd go myself, but if someone saw me there, I'd be in trouble. Ever since... well, never mind.
I'll figure it out somehow. I can see if I've got anything to eat on me.
Hey, I need some decent grub.
Well, you might be surprised.
Ok, jeg har ikke noe.
Oh. I'll be going.
Go.
Ok, finne noe mat. Jeg fant egentlig noe mat I stedet, men. Tok det ikke med. Ja, det... Eller kanskje jeg må ha noe ordentlig mat. Kjøtt.
I beg you heal him.
Still hungry, are you?
I wouldn't be here if I wasn't. Thanks. Well, at least I won't starve.
You're welcome. Enjoy it.
Betyr det at han stikker da, eller? Han snur seg I hvert fall. Var en vakket. Digg at har det lett nå, ass. Very hard. Kan jeg gjøre det også. Se hvordan det ser ut da. Jeg kan faktisk gjøre det. Hvis jeg er jævlig flink. Åh, shit. Hvis jeg tar noen klær, for jeg får ikke brukt det uansett. Se om det stjert. Hva er det jeg skulle her? Check the scribe for clues about the book. Men jeg vet hvor den så jeg trenger egentlig ikke gjøre det. Så bare stjeler jeg litt, og så stikker jeg fra. Ooh. Military sword.
The second toll for Hans.
Ja, da stikker jeg fra. Det vises vel som stjert, de tingene der. Så ja, jeg får ikke bruke det. Ok, så er det bare de to. Ja, det er Get to Thomas, da. Var det noe sånn well han snakket om? Det har jeg ikke gjort før.
If you're after some left.
Det står ikke... Det står ikke noe om den der.
Kitchen's up top. I don't think there's much there.
Nå har jeg lyst til å prøve, da. Jeg skal prøve å finne den der vellen.
Wedding night.
It was nice.
Den her. Climb down.
This is that well that Calder mentioned. Ah, shit.
Å, jeg mistet
This
liv.
was a bad idea. But it seems I won't drown, at least.
Har jeg fakkel, eller? Nope. Om dere ser noe som helst der på streamen. Ser så vidt, liksom. Alt er for ingenting.
Hans! Are you there?
Henry! Is that you? You've got to get me the fuck out of here. They want to hang me.
Yes. Unfortunately, that's true. They're building a scaffold in the courtyard.
Oh, Jesus Christ! You've got to find that Captain Thomas, who can testify who we are.
I know. But they took him during the night up to the chapel in the Maiden Tower. They won't let me in there.
Jesus! Why do I have to have such rotten luck? Christ's wounds.
Well, we've been damn lucky all the time I've known you. It was only a matter of time before it turned to shit.
It's all the same. How did you get in here anyway? Did they let you come and see me?
Oh, not exactly. I shouldn't be here. And if they catch me, the game's up.
That's not good. There's a guard just around the corner watching the jail.
Can you try and distract him? I'll hide in the meanwhile.
Sneak into the torture chamber opposite. It's empty now, fortunately.
Opp, er det her? Nei. Opposite.
Are you afraid of water or what?
No, of course not. I was just on my way to the baths.
Sir, I want to ask you something.
You? What are you doing here? Aren't you supposed to be helping outside in the courtyard? Christ! First you cause mayhem at a noble wedding, and now you go snooping around where you shouldn't.
I noticed, sir, that something is troubling you. I could help you.
How could a vagabond like you help me?
One vagabond isn't the same as another, sir. It can be hard to tell the difference between beggars and us students from Prague, but we have a bit of knowledge.
And what are you doing here? Prague is a long way off.
I'm here to gain experience. Our professors encouraged us to travel the world, but I ran out of coin and things went from bad to worse.
Mm-hmm. And where did you study?
Prague University, of course. So far, I've completed the Septem Artes Liberalis, and I'm getting ready for the Quadrivium.
Oh.
Smart, then.
Well, my nephew had some difficulties with arithmetic in the Quadrivium.
Oh, I understand. It's a difficult subject, and I'm a bit anxious about it myself. Nevertheless, although I don't have a degree in medicine, I have learned a few things.
Well, you really surprise me, lad.
Anyway, I'll examine you and try to make a diagnosis.
Yes, that should help.
Tell me, Master Chamberlain, does it hurt all the time, or does it come in waves?
No, not all the time. More like I get attacks.
Uh-huh. And these attacks, have you noticed whether something sets them off?
Well, it's worse when I get upset.
And does it get worse in autumn, when it gets colder?
Yes, it's usually worse in October. Then I don't even have to get upset for it to start.
All right, that makes sense. Did you get advice from anyone about it? Have you tried anything for the pain?
Well, I talked to our surgeon. He just said it was odd and told me nothing more. So I went to Kolin to see Professor Joachim Bavorsky, and he advised me.
Yes? What?
It's a little awkward for me to talk about, I must admit.
Master Chamberlain, I'm here as a practitioner of the medical arts. You can rest assured that whatever you tell me will remain between us.
All right. The professor spoke at length about Jupiter and the houses, and then he told me that my bodily humours are out of balance.
I would expect so. And what did he recommend?
Well, that I should get
so
more
full of shit,
silver
this.
into my body. So I wear more silver jewellery, and when there's a full moon, I go to the meadow here below the castle, naked.
Really? So you're taking it quite seriously. And has it worked?
No, but there'll be a full moon soon, so I could damn well use some other advice.
I understand. Tell me, sir, what do you usually eat?
Well, I often eat from the banquet table.
So, a lot of roasted game?
Yes, and pâtés, goose, duck. I dine as befits my status.
I see. With your permission, I'll examine you, sir.
What? Here and now?
Don't worry, I'll just have a look at you. You don't have to lie down or strip.
I'm glad to hear it.
You're quite pale and rather sweaty.
When it comes upon me, I sweat a lot.
Den
Your eyes are
møkkete
alright.
beggaren får lov å
Do you have ringing in your ears?
No.
Do your hands
gjøre
shake?
ting her.
Well, I'm not the youngest, but it's nothing too bad.
All right. Sir, I'm afraid you have a stomach ulcer.
Ja,
If it's not treated, you could even die of it.
Good God. What should I do?
The main thing is a strict diet. No fatty or heavy foods. In other words, nothing from the banquet table. You have to eat boiled white meat, poultry or fish, lots of vegetables, and gruel.
Gruel?
Henry overrasker meg nå,
Yes,
ass.
like the common folk. And another thing, you mustn't get angry under any circumstances.
What? I mean, what?
That's the way. Oh, and I'll get you a herbal potion. I know exactly what will do you good.
Can't you get me that potion right now?
Besides caring for your mortal coil, the well-being of your soul shouldn't be neglected, sir.
What do you mean by that?
I think I could pray for your health. A word to
So
angels
full of
to
shit,
ask
ass.
for their intercession can work miracles. The greatest Christian physicians recommend healing in both the material and spiritual world. And you have a very nice chapel here.
Father Nicodemus takes care of that. What I want from you is medicine,
Oh,
not
shit.
talking to angels. Got it?
Yes. I don't have the required remedy. And unfortunately, I don't see how I can brew it here. I don't have the necessary equipment.
You're free to use the surgeon's apparatus in his study. It's upstairs in the crone. That's the second tower. Now we're under the Maiden. Do you know how to get there?
I think so. But I was told to stay only in the outer courtyard. I wouldn't want to get in trouble.
Ja, men det
Trouble?
fortsatt inne i kjøkkenet.
I'm
Liksom.
the one who has trouble. Don't worry. Tell them I sent you. Just go, for heaven's sake.
All right, I'll go and get something for you.
Good. If you'd be so kind. Oh! And make sure
Ok. Så det er her borte. Ja.
those liverwursts are well roasted, so they're crisp on the outside.
Det er vel her, er det ikke? Ja, det er opp. Marker. Det er sånn du kommer deg inn her, ja, hvis du... Du snakker med han. Her er hun, ja.
Who are you, actually?
Me? I'm just cleaning here.
Catherine.
And what were you doing at the pond, then?
I thought we straightened that out the last time you bothered me. I have no idea what you're talking about.
We both know you're lying. The question is, why?
Says someone who was just sitting in a jail cell and will end up right back there if anyone calls the guards on him.
They let me out. I have to work off my sentence.
Really? Here? And what kind of important work would that be?
The Chamberlain sent me. He needs something for his stomach.
That slimy toad? If he doesn't watch out, his stomach will be the least of his worries.
Well, you look like you know your way around here. Maybe you can help me.
Why should I?
Because I could make plenty of trouble for you with the Chamberlain.
Uh-huh. And what would you tell him? That old deviant couldn't care less about anyone searching the surgeon's chambers. I wouldn't be the first or the last.
But he'd sure as hell care about how you talk about him. Deviant isn't a name that some lowly maid should be calling Lord von Burgov's right-hand man.
All right, all right. I get it.
Tell me what I need to know, and no one has to hear about it.
All right. If it's medicine you're after,
Hans
the
skillsa på
surgeon has a
speech
store
må være
across the
høye nå,
corridor.
ass.
There's all sorts of junk there, but there's one chest where he puts stuff that he hasn't used up. He locks it carefully, but you might get lucky.
And what if there's nothing interesting for me in there?
Then tough luck. But you can go and have a look at his records. That crackpot writes down everything he does. Maybe he gave someone something that might be of interest to you.
All right. Thanks.
And now get out of my way.
Yeah.
Simple maid
Sist
like
gang
me
jeg
has
var her,
lots
så
of work
hadde jeg
to do
ikke
in this
sjans til å
castle.
prate med disse her, liksom. Det var GG. Ok, så... Hva er det som står her nå? Jeg burde kanskje sjekke... bøkene til han fyren, så kanskje jeg lærer noen nye recipes. Sjukt å se får lov her.
third toll. I better get moving.
Ok, så jeg har ikke lov å gå opp. Nei, jeg får ikke nok av det. Jeg får se om jeg har den potion-recipien fra før. Fader, nå husker jeg ikke. Den heter vel stomach potion, eller ikke? Ikke digestive potion. Jeg kan inn poison, så dauer den. Så jeg har faktisk ikke det som skal til, altså. Ja, hun sa det var inne en chest, ja. Det er sant det. Så der, ja. Ja, det var fever potion også, ja. Det er greit, fordi det trenger jeg. Torch. Nå trenger jeg ikke å brewe potions.
And don't gobble everything.
Coming to save you, Chamberlain.
Sir, about those health problems of yours.
Yes?
I have exactly what you need, sir.
Det var digestive potion.
Sir, I'd recommend that you take this digestive potion to settle your stomach. Take it after every meal, and don't forget, a good diet, and do not get upset.
All right. Thanks, then.
And now you ought to go and lie down, sir.
Lie down? Me? Ha! Without me, this place would grind to a standstill.
Sir, medicine isn't enough. You also need rest. Otherwise my potion won't have much effect.
Oh, all right then. I'll try it.
And another thing. I don't want to bother you, sir, but I have a question.
Yes? What is it?
Couldn't I go and pray in your chapel?
Ah, that again. Good heavens. Go where you want, boy. I'll inform the guards.
Thank you, sir.
Ok, så da, sist gang så sneik jeg meg rundt der, men nå kan jeg liksom gå opp her uten problemer. På grunn av at jeg gjorde alle de tingene. Det er kult at du får virkelig mye igjen for å gjøre masse da. Skille opp, liksom. Da blir du skikkelig forberedt når du kommer hit. Det gjør bare alt mye lettere.
Careful.
Capon. Look at this. Beautiful. Det bare alt jeg kommer over her. Hva er Fox? Increases speech by 3. Increase the reading speed for a day. Det er ikke verst. nå feller jeg til.
On the right, Yannick.
The fourth bell.
Kings Die. Den bra, eller?
Pardon me for disturbing you, miss.
If you want to pray, go somewhere else. The chapel is closed. Unless you're a priest. Which I presume you're not.
No, I'm not. My name is Henry.
I'm Adela, Thomas's sister. What is it you want, Henry?
I need to talk to your brother.
No chance of that. He's been lying in a fever for 3 days. And the surgeon is away with Sir Otto. Unless he returns soon, Thomas won't be talking to anyone ever again.
On the right, Yannick.
I heard that your brother is lying in a fever, so I brought something for him that might help.
Really? I don't know what to say. And I was against dragging Thomas to the chapel. I felt it would only burden him more.
God moves in mysterious ways. We ought to administer it to him quickly.
Yes, of course.
Hører da om stemmen bra nå etter jeg fiksa det, eller prøvde å fikse det.
His fever is getting worse.
Ja.
If this doesn't work, I don't think he'll last long.
Så den delen her av storyen, den statisk. Det der med Capon her. Den har prøvd mye forskjellig, og samme outcome som sist.
These days we have all sorts of vagabonds, drifters, outlaws and bandits roaming the country. And we have one of those vermin here today. A fella called Hans, who is clearly not right in the head. A dangerous madman, a brawler, and a thug. The worst of all, a poacher. And so, for the damages he caused to our dear Lord Otto von Berghoff, he is sentenced to be hanged by the neck until dead.
Stop! You can't execute this man. He's a noble. Captain Thomas here will testify that we're messengers from Ratoi.
What is this nonsense, for Christ's sake?
It's true. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein.
Deal with it, for God's sake!
But, sir, the captain!
Captain Thomas has a fever. He's clearly delirious. Seize them immediately.
You can't do this! I am a nobleman, do you hear? A noble! Get your hands off me!
can't do this!
Open the gates!
My lord.
What the hell is going on?
It was just it's a hanging.
You can't hang him. He's a noble. That's for me to judge. Take him down! And for Christ's sake, help me off this horse!
Got some real flags right there.
You may enter. His lordship is expecting you.
So, you're messengers from Ratai, huh? I was wondering when someone would turn up. All right, then. Let's hear it.
My respects, Sir Otto. I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, and this is Henry of Skalitz, my escort.
Welcome to Trotsky, gentlemen. I'd greet you standing up as befits, but I'm glad I can even sit at the moment.
I heard you were ambushed by outlaws.
You heard right. Those bastards did a job on me. And I got out luckier than most. Almost all the others were killed, including my page and my surgeon. So there is no one here to heal me, and I will have to inform poor Albert's father that his son died in my service.
I hope your health will soon be restored, sir.
We shall see. But now, you tell me what happened here in Herrgottsnamen. Why did my chamberlain try to hang you, Lord Capon?
Sorry.
In truth, the welcome we got from your Master Chamberlain was somewhat... how shall I put it?
Sir, we came to your castle in a state of desperation. Your chamberlain had the guards empty excrement on my lord's head and beat him without hearing us out. You were still at the castle then, and if he'd let us see you, maybe you wouldn't have left and wouldn't have been ambushed. And if that wasn't enough, when he had Sir Hans arrested, he refused to believe who he was, even though not only I told him, but your Captain Thomas too.
I must say you have courage, youngster. But I expect I would also be in such a foul mood if the same had happened to me.
Sir!
Best be quiet, Ulrich. We will talk about that another time. And I apologize to you for that unpleasantness. At least it ended better than it might have. Anyway, let us leave this misunderstanding aside and get to the point. As far as I'm aware, Ratai showed no interest in negotiations before, either with me or with the League of Lords.
True. Our houses have thus far stood on opposite sides.
I should say so. Attacking Brno and Jihlava together with that renegade Sokol of Lemberg hardly inspired our sympathy.
2 av 3 i seng går straks opp, klar til 20. Nice, dude.
Well, we can all point the finger. Your League of Lords, on the other hand, abducted the king. Although I don't doubt your reasons, just as Sir Hanush did.
We certainly had. The main one being that your Wenzel is an irresponsible drunkard and idler who is hurting the Empire by his inactivity. But let us leave that aside. Tell me, what does Sir Hanush have on his mind? I am all ears.
Unfortunately, during the ambush, we lost the letter we were carrying, so you'll have to make do with my word of mouth.
All right. Go ahead and speak.
In brief, Sir Hanush, Sir Radzig, and other lords take the view that the situation has got out of control. And that's of no benefit to anyone in Bohemia, neither Wenceslas's supporters or the League of Lords. King Sigismund's actions will not lead to instilling greater order than under King Wenceslas. Quite the contrary.
Let us say that maybe. What arises from it?
Sir Hanush and the other lords on our side are interested in knowing what the stance of the League of Lords is at this moment, and whether they haven't perhaps reevaluated some things.
In other words, whether I might betray Sigismund.
Well, betray is a strong word. We came to you, Sir Otto, because you're the leading voice of the League of Lords. I expect there are also lords among your ranks who are considering how to find a way out of this sticky situation. And for the Kingdom of Bohemia, it would certainly be better if our powers were to join, rather than parting.
Your companion speaks like a diplomat, Sir Hans. However, the question is whether it's possible to join fire with water and end up with anything but nasty smoke. Nonetheless, Sir Hanush and Sir Radzig are right. There is disorder and anarchy in the land. Bandits riding roughshod all over. As we all know, to our cost.
We've had plenty of experience of that at home too, sir. Only a short time ago we had to deal with a similar band.
Then you will surely understand that before I begin debating who would be the better king, I must sweep my own doorstep. Only I'm damned if I know how to do that, since those bastards have wiped out half of my garrison, including my captain.
If I may be so bold, sir, you're not the only one. We also have a score to settle with them, so Henry and I will gladly help you.
Is that so? Now that is what I call the words of a knight, Sir Hans.
Right now, we've got a common enemy, so we have common interests too.
So then, sir, may we be of assistance to you?
Indeed you may. Perhaps in the end we may really find some common ground. I need to muster sufficient reserves to deal with those outlaws once and for all. I'm summoning my vassals here to Trotsky. And since I don't have many men left to send as messengers, I will gladly accept your help.
Just say the word, sir. Where should we go?
You'll go to Nebakov, a small castle, or rather a fortress among the cliffs. The yeoman there, Jaromir Nebak, is an old hardhat and may not be very willing to fulfill his obligations. It would be useful if an eloquent noble like yourself visited him to explain him clearly why I need his whole garrison.
Who is this Lord Nebak?
The lord of a smaller house with not much in the way of estates, just a fortress and lands, but he also owns a mill that provides a significant part of his income. His children are grown up. His daughter married well, thanks to Sir Otto. His son is away from the domain, dealing with duties. Sir Otto helped him to acquire an official position. In short, the House of Nebak is more than beholden to Sir Otto for his magnanimous help and support.
Thank you, Ulrich. Nevertheless, I suspect Jaromir will not be keen to charge into battle. But that is of little consequence. He has a few good men who will be useful. That will do us. If he delivers, I will regard his obligation as fulfilled.
What should we do if he's unwilling to heed what we say?
His house has always been loyal to mine. And it has always been more than worth their while. So tell him that I would like it to remain so. I do not expect any great obstacles, but it would be wise to show Sir Jaromir respect by sending him someone of status. He will take his time over being persuaded, and then concur. As he always has done.
I'll get to him somehow, sir.
I expect nothing less from you.
Is the route safe?
As I said, the fortress is in the wilderness amongst the cliffs. There are many places where outlaws may be hiding, so watch out.
Don't worry, sir. I have Henry here by my side for such situations.
Is that all, sir?
It's no simple task. Knowing Jaromir, if I sent a common messenger, he'd come back with a boot print on his backside. Dealing with the lower nobility can be tricky. They tend to be fixated on their own somewhat fragile status.
We'll take care of it, sir. Count on us.
All right. We'll head out as soon as possible. Let's not delay our diplomatic mission unnecessarily.
Very well. I think that is all for now. The Chamberlain will show you where you can put your heads down, and he will supply you with horses. And once we have resolved this little digression, we shall talk about your own mission.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
May I ask something, Sir Otto?
Oh. Ask away, young man.
When you were ambushed, did you see those bandits? Would you recognize any of them?
Henry, don't start with that again.
Why do you ask?
The thing is, when we were ambushed, I believe I saw among them one of the men we ran up against at home.
Oh. What did he look like? Do you know his name?
He's called Istvan Toth, a Hungarian noble. He wears black armor. A stocky fella, around 40.
I've already told you that's nonsense. How would he be here? You only saw him from a distance, from behind. You're imagining it.
No, it was
And why does this Toth interest you, young man?
He was the leader of a band that made trouble for us in Sasau. And he has something that belongs to me.
Ah, interesting. Interesting. But I must disappoint you.
Thank you, sir. And sorry. I had to ask.
I understand. And now I shall entrust you to the care of Ulrich here. And I shall look forward to the good tidings you bring me from Nebakov. Go with God, gentlemen.
Thank you for everything, sir. The Lord be with you.
There will be time enough yet for social niceties. Now there are more practical matters to deal with. Sir Otto has generously agreed to accommodate Lord Capon in one of his chambers. And you, Henry, shall also be accommodated, as befits your station. There, your equipment shall also be returned to you, and you'll find your horse in the stable. Nevertheless, his lordship takes the view that, as a noble's escort, you should have a befitting mount, and therefore he has kindly decided that you may take one of our horses, if you so wish. Gentlemen, follow me.
Endelig møtte vi Otto.
So, Sir Hans, allow me to...
Hold on, Sir Ulrich. If you think everything is settled between us, and we're going to act like nothing happened, then you're mistaken.
Sir?
You were going to have me executed a short while ago. I expect a proper apology.
Then please accept my apology once more, sir. But given the circumstances...
Given the circumstance? What circumstances?
Sir, poaching is a capital offence.
And are you the king? That you can hand down death sentences? No, you are not.
What's more, you had plenty of reasons to realize it wasn't a good idea.
Sir, I could not have realized that.
You couldn't have realized! Yes, you could, but then you wouldn't have been able to play the Lord and stage private executions.
Sir, once more, I apologize. And now, please allow me to show you to your quarters.
I wouldn't dream of inconveniencing you. I'll find my quarters by myself. Henry, once you're done with that annoying fool, get your horse and we'll meet at the gate.
Well, it seems Lord Capon will not be requiring my services anymore today.
Don't be surprised. My lord doesn't take kindly to those who insist on putting a rope round his neck.
I understand. I expect no one does. In any case, we'd have it a lot easier, your lord and I, if his behavior weren't so redolent of a bandit. Nevertheless, welcome to Trusky, the finest and biggest castle you shall ever see. Rumor has it that the castle was built on the jaws of hell, and that we're sometimes plagued by demons here. But don't believe a word of it. It's just idle talk to excuse the servants' laziness and incompetence. It's demanding enough keeping everything here running smoothly without any of that. It requires a man of exceptional qualities and talents. By the way, this place is a maze for strangers. It's very easy to get lost.
Skal jeg følge etter? Det som greia?
The jail cells are down there. But I believe you are already fairly well acquainted with that part of the castle, aren't you?
Seems like you're in a good mood. Ulster's not troubling you anymore.
I'm better, thank you very much. But you can keep that little matter to yourself.
You silly doggy.
Here it is. You'll find a bed inside, opposite the door, and a chest where we put your belongings. You'll find some new clothing there, a little gift from our gracious lord, to ensure you're not mistaken for a beggar again. Once you're settled in and properly dressed, stop by the stables. They're beyond the gate, down the path. Ask for Kabat. He was supposed to prepare a horse and tack for you, or tell him you'll keep your own if you insist. Then he'll give you proper tack at least, so you don't disgrace us.
Good. I don't think I could stomach much more of your company.
Likewise. So, you and I are finished, and I can finally attend to some proper work, so this castle doesn't fall on our heads.
Ok, hva har han gitt meg? Soldier Saddle, den tror jeg har fått på dem. Ja. Okay. Hvordan har karismaen der? Jeg tror mine klær er bedre. Burger coat. Det litt kul da. Knuckers gloves. Lurer på hvorfor sånn knacker, det er sånn som tar seg av døde dyr og sånn. Hvorfor de glovesa gir jeg karisma. Det er litt rart. 30 karisma da. Glaive. Force. Ja, hvorfor equipper den ikke? Hvorfor kan jeg ikke ha 2 våpen? Er det fordi jeg ikke har Hunter-spill til meg. Right. Ta på meg... Den er bedre. Jeg vet ikke om jeg var begge to. Jeg må i hvert fall ha armor på et sted. Kan jeg ha... Ja, Gambusen og den, og så... Den. Wow. Det var det varmt, ass. Er det... Å, jeg får ikke brukt. Jeg må... Men jeg kan ha coat over da, det tror jeg. Ja, ok. Så den funker ikke. Sånn. Armorino. Cheap ring. Drop that shit. Og så er det siste drakta. Det er den snikedrakta. Og det er den jeg hadde på da. Ikke det? Tar den. Vel den, tror jeg. Den. Sånn. Ok. Legge frem alt jeg ikke trenger nå. Så jeg burde egentlig selge det da. Hva er det som gjør at det veier så mye? Og det er alt det her, vet du. Sånn. Faen. Det veier så mye, det tinget her. Riding, hva for noe? På at noe av det er bedre enn det jeg har fra før, men... Det var nesten like bra, faktisk. Ja, nå putter det opp her også. Sånn. Så droppe den. Yeah, what are we doing? Det var den boka til Millerne.
I'm always glad to see polite people like
Ha på belte på han også. Nei. Piercing bolt. Boom. Han har bua.
I'm here for some horse tack. I hear you have something for me.
Well, fuck me blind. You got out of jail yesterday, and today you've got a horse. Fuck, I wouldn't mind having your kind of luck. But you're fucking things up for me and making a mess. And I don't want to get a whipping on your account. I've got the tack ready, but I've been ordered to show you our herring first. You can take him, they said. So kindly take a look at him in the stable here and tell me if you want him or not.
Hesten min er bedre.
I took a look at herring.
And?
A nice animal, but I'll keep my own.
Never mind looking a gift horse in the mouth, you flat out refuse to accept one. You're lost though, pal. Actually, now we've got to know each other, I want to let you in on this little scheme. We could both get something out of it. But you'd have to keep it to yourself. What do you say? Can you keep your mouth shut when coin's at stake?
I can keep my mouth shut. You can count on it. What's this about coin then?
Look, it's easy as pie. You keep your horse, which you wanted to do anyway, but I'll say you took herring and then I'll sell him to someone. You'll do all right out of it. I'll pay you up front.
Okay.
Well, I might be interested, but I deserve a bigger cut. I'm not new to all this, so I'm well aware that the first offer to an accomplice is deliberately low, just in case he accepts. So forget about that and make it worth my while. Because you'll get a tidy sum for a horse like that.
I didn't expect you to be so savvy. But you're not wrong. I'll give you double my first offer. I reckon that's fair.
Me too.
Right, now we can get back to the reason you're here. You know how to ride and control a horse?
Don't worry. I'm right at home with horses. I learned to ride with cumans on my tail, and arrows whistling past my head. A tough school it was.
Well, I'll be damned. I never heard such a thing before. But even an experienced horseman like you needs equipment, as you well know. You can tack him up yourself, right?
Sure.
Yep.
Thanks.
My friend.
Nå spørs det hvem saler som er best, da. Først må jeg jo gi... Sende over alt. Sånn hestegreier, men hvor er det? Ok. Sånn, horse. Da får den mindre capacity med en gang, liksom. Mer capacity med den. Ikke noe forskjell, for jeg har allerede den. Dårligere. Ingenting som er bedre her, altså. Jo, den er bedre, men dårligere armor, men mer capacity, det er bare bra, det. Der har vi enda mer capacity. Da blir det den. Nå tar jeg på meg de tingene her og selger det.
What are you here for?
Show me your wares.
Oi, Night pouch, den må være bedre enn min. Tar dem med. Burger shoes. Selge det. Sånn. Wow.
Thank you, sir. And come again.
Ja. Night belt. De med enda en slott til våpen. Kan jeg ha den nå, da? Easy. Da burde jeg egentlig hente øksa mi. Da kan jeg velge mellom alle de forskjellige. Ok. Nå ble det mye menuing her, men tar litt tid her. Cobblers. Hvorfor kan jeg reparere noe som er 100%? Det er litt rart. Armors. Boom. Ok. Må jeg hente øksa. Nei, hammer var det. Light belt. Hive den dritten der. Sånn. Og sånn.
Good to see you.
Come on then. A ride in the fresh air will do us. I'm glad you're here. I needed to catch a breath of fresh air. I've had it up to here with that Chamberlain Stuffenberg or whatever the bastard's name is.
Aye. Whenever I see him, I feel like giving him a smack in the mouth as well.
All five? Which reminds me. Look, I know I behaved like an idiot, but...
Nah, don't worry about it. It's water under the bridge.
I'm in your debt. Talking of debts, there's one more we need to settle. Both of us. That herb-woman, Bojena, really helped us after that ambush. If it hadn't been for her, we wouldn't have survived.
Aye. You're right.
I gave her my word. And the word of a noble must be kept, as we both know.
Don't worry about it. I took care of it on behalf of both of us.
You did? My word, Henry. You are a true Bellator. Only half by birth, but your heart is filled with blue blood.
Thanks, Hans.
How is she getting on, actually? I hope she hasn't had any trouble on account of us.
Not on account of us, no. But... well, it's a complicated story. And not a pleasant one.
Jesus. I'm sorry to hear that. But right now, I'm not in the mood for sad stories. You can tell me another time, but now Nabokov awaits us. It's high time we set out so we can get back before nightfall. Carpe diem.
I'm ready.
Let's mount up then.
Så vi just ta av den lua, ass. Det ser så jalla ut. Ga den meg ikke noe karisma? Den gir meg ingen karisma? Da bare hiver jeg den. Det er eneste grunn til å ha den på, det er på grunn av karisma.
It's nice to be out under the open sky. I was feeling really cramped in those gloomy corridors up there. But I can't deny, this is a real fucking castle. I've never seen anything like it before. Perkstein is just a little fortress in comparison. Von Berghoff certainly knows how to make an impression.
That's true. Von Berghoff must be loaded.
I expect the office of the Royal Chamberlain is a nice earner. Or maybe he shits gold ingots.
Kjører forbi der den holdt på å bli hengt I går, liksom.
Fuck. This place makes me feel queasy. Memento mori. I could have croaked here and gone off to join my old man in eternity. God rest his soul. And he'd ask me, "So, son, what great deeds have you achieved in life?" And I'd have to tell him, "Well, Pa, I fucked everything up royally, and then they hanged me for poaching." Christ on a stick. I can't have that. When I go to the next life, I need to have something better to tell. A whole lot better.
You can tell them about me.
You could tell him about me. How I served you loyally, for which you made me a knight and gave me a magnificent castle. Almost like this one here.
Aye, right. A fairy tale about a bold but uppity blacksmith. Just what Pa would like to hear. Damn it. I need to get my mind on other things and get the feeling I'm living. Let's really spur these horses on, eh? What'd you say?
How could I refuse you anything?
There's a junction beyond Troskovitz with a roadside chapel. Whoever reaches it first wins. So, get ready. Forward!
God! God!
Hva dette?
God!
Jeg tappte dette her sist, men nå jo den hesten her jo dritbra. Plutselig, liksom.
Quick! Go!
Men hvor skal vi? Ok. Da den røde.
Go! God!
Dream card.
God! Go!
Whoa, whoa.
Christ, yeah. Oh, I needed that. My head feels a lot clearer now.
I'm glad to hear it.
Thanks for riding with me, old pal. I'll even forgive you for having the audacity to beat me, blacksmith's boy. And I'll even reward you for your horsemanship. After all, the lords of Perkstein don't neglect their loyal subjects.
Thanks. A generous master is a good master. That's a piece of blacksmith's wisdom.
And a satisfied escort is a good escort. That's a noble's wisdom.
I can't disagree. So, what now, Hans?
Like I say, I can see everything clearer now. And the thing that's clearest to me is I won't be trifled with anymore. I'm the Lord of fucking Perkstein. Let everyone know who they have the honor of addressing.
I'm with you on that, noble sir.
Splendid. So, forward to Nabokov. The sooner we get that out of the way, the sooner we can finally start dealing with more important matters.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dentes fortuna, juvat!
We turn right here.
Your knowledge of these parts is impressive.
Don't worry. I spent some time in the local forest, so I know my way around. Soon the path will turn sharply and head down a steep hill. So be careful your horse doesn't stumble. And by the way, there won't be time for it now, but near Nabokov there's this nice marsh where wild boar go to wallow. A good spot. Tried and tested.
Have you forgotten your last encounter with a boar?
Don't be so discouraging.
Hva var det for noe? Ah, det er han
I've learned a
der...
thing or two since then, and I won't let any swine catch
Sidequesten
me
jeg
off
fikk av
guard.
denne.
I'm glad you feel better.
So am I, my friend. So am I. We still have lots to do before we go back to Ratai. And I was
Kanskje
afraid,
de
you know.
jumper oss nå, så
Did I fuck
jeg
it
tog
up?
en quest.
And I almost did, but I'm not afraid anymore.
Han sa det at han kunne jumpe oss på veien her.
Challenge. Any old fool can manage simple tasks.
En fyr med
But hard
munkeklær.
ones, they require a man like Sir Hans Capon of Leipa and Perkstein.
And Henry of Skalitz.
Aye, he faces the hardest tasks of all.
Right on. Nå skal jeg faktisk ta hele turen, ass. Jeg speeda gjennom starten av det spillet her første playthrough, ass. Og bare fast show hele tiden. Da er det på PC-en, eller? Da blir det blitt trett, det. Men jeg har noen timer til i meg, sikkert. 8 timers stream, det er jo bare normalt. Ja, han jumpa oss ikke.
Nabokov is not far now. The fortress stands on a rocky outcrop. We'll have to go round, so we should be careful. Our mission will be taking us around a pond, and we know what happened last time. So get ready. As soon as we cross the stream, we'll give the horses a gallop again.
All right, boss. Der er det der. Borte. Jeg synes veldig fast traveling i spill generelt. Altså, det er greit å bruke det innimellom, men etter å ha spilt Skyrim og mange andre spill, så er det bare fast traveling. Det ødelegger litt av immersion, altså.
Turn left here.
Fine. Ikke det var perk points, da. Ja, det var bare en. If you spur your horse, it will recover much more stamina. Jeg vet ikke hva spur betyr, jeg. Men jeg tar den. Det er sikkert å kjøre på.
Nice fortress. I like the way it's concealed. Nicely situated on an outcrop, with a mighty tower and only one approach road. Easy to defend, with a view of the whole valley and its approaches. A well-chosen site.
Are you an expert on fortress construction?
You could say that. It's part of a nobleman's and a warrior's upbringing. Hanush forced me to listen to those teachings from Bernard and others, and I'm glad he did. When I think about it, unquestionably learning feeds a man's soul, but right now my belly needs feeding. So I hope Sir Yaramira is well stocked. Von Bergov's morning feast set a high bar, after all.
Hearing you spout wisdom is entertaining, but not enough to make me forget my ass is sore. It's a good thing we're almost there.
Sacra, Henry, a short ride like this, and you've had enough? I was just thinking about heading off to see the world once we've sent Sigismund packing and restored order in the land. I'd like to visit the Holy Land, for instance, and kneel before the Holy Sepulchre. I'd bring back earth from Golgotha for the family tomb, to improve Father's prospects in the hereafter. So you'd better toughen up that arse of yours, so you can make it to Constantinople at least without whining.
Constantinople? Det er første gang jeg har hørt noen si det på den måten. Det er Constantinople. Alle gangene jeg har hørt det bli sagt. The Battle Fortress.
Fuck! What a lot of horses! They must have cost a fortune. Perhaps he married off his daughter well. Or Von Bergov is paying Navark a tidy annuity, but kept it quiet from us.
So, we're here. What now, Sir Hans?
Now, I expect someone will come to greet us. And hopefully not like they did in Trotsky.
Hey, so Yaramir don't receive visitors. You'll have to leave.
I beg your pardon. See to it that he receives me immediately.
Can't be done. Sorry about that.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Lipa, and I am here with a message from Lord von Bergov. So get to it. And if you keep me waiting here much longer, you'll be sorry.
Please be patient for a while, sir.
My word. You got a sharp tongue sometimes. But what if he won't receive us?
He will. Just wait and see.
Come along. Sir Yaramir will be here any moment.
See?
The Lord Jesus Christ be praised.
Forever and ever.
Please excuse our precautions, gentlemen. These are evil times. Well then, Yaramir of Nabokov at your service. And whom do I have the honor of welcoming to my humble seat?
Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein. I am honored, Sir Yaramira. Sir Otto von Bergov asked me to convey to you his cordial greetings, and to parley with you in the matter of the security of this domain.
Certainly, certainly. These are troubled times indeed. Please accept my hospitality, sir. You're surely thirsty after your journey, and you'll have greater comfort in the tower.
An excellent idea. If I may ask that our horses may not be neglected either.
Pelzel, you heard his lordship.
But I've already got 15 animals to deal with. Why doesn't Hurtle do it?
Hurtle has other duties. Stop griping and get to it.
15 horses? My word, sir. You must be doing all right for yourself.
Not entirely. But fortune smiled on me for once at least.
On me too, one could say. I suppose she's doing the rounds in these parts. So, tell me, sir, how did you achieve what you have?
Well, it's a long, complicated story. But I'm guessing von Berkov didn't send you here to find out how well off I am. Or did he?
No, he didn't. I apologize, Sir Yaramira. So, let's proceed to the real reason he sent us. Henry, be prepared. I won't keep Sir Yaramira very long.
Certainly.
Michael, you take Henry here under your wing and make sure he's well taken care of.
Certainly. Henry, eh? Michael's my name, and I welcome you to our little place. It's not the fanciest fortress ever, but you know, I like it here. It serves us well. How was your journey? All good?
Aye. Lovely country. A feast for the eyes.
Well, that's nice to hear, especially from someone from far-off parts. But I must say, my throat is dry. And maybe yours too, eh? Come along with me. We'll soon fix that. I'll make you feel at home and we can have a chat. As I said,
man.
the fortress may be small, but the work never stops. Right now, we're repairing the fortifications down there, so don't get under the lad's feet. But you can drop in on Pelzel and check how he's looking after your horses. We're rolling some dice, eh? We've got none of guesswork, so don't all be shy. Invite him to play if he finds himself at a loose end. At least he'll show you how your betters play.
Right you are, Michael. You can rely on me.
And you, Ertl, have you got shit for brains? You've got a guess, for fuck's sake.
I'm sorry, Michael. I didn't know.
Shut your gob and attend to your duties.
Right, I'm going.
So you've heard then. I hope you won't disappoint Sverk and pass some time with him.
I'd love to have a game.
Glad to hear it. You're a good lad. I can tell just by looking at you. Zwerk has some polished badges. I'm sure he'd love to take a look at yours. You'll find him over there at the table. He's there pretty much all day. I'll keep telling him. Your arse will wear a hole down there one day, and you'll fall down in it. Dice and all.
Are you being cautious?
But now to the important
cowardly?
business. There's a bite to eat on the table and something to wash it down with, so help yourself. And I'll be happy to chew the fat. I'm sure you've got loads of stories. I heard Lord von Berghoff himself sent you. So, what has he sent you with?
That's for their lordships to know. Not me.
Aye. No one tells us commoners anything. Typical lords. But you must have heard something. You know how it goes. You've got ears, ain't you?
Aye, I've got ears, but I don't crouch at keyholes.
All right, I didn't mean to offend you. Tell me one thing, though. Why didn't von Berghoff send one of his own instead of some Lord of Pirkstein and his escort?
Well, I suppose he wanted to show respect to Lord Yaramir. So he didn't send just anyone.
Ah, the way of the nobles. Not something I know much about, but you do, it seems. So your master, Lord Capon of Pirkstein, is somehow significant.
One day he'll inherit several castles and a lot of wealth.
Well, best stick with him until that happens. And you're his what? Your page? Servant?
His escort. I give advice when he asks for it, but mostly I take care of his security.
Fair enough. I get it. I used to travel with Lord Yaramir, but he barely travels these days, so I don't get out much.
Lord Capon is always getting up to something.
Well, I envy you a bit. But hey, we've had a nice chat. And since you're here, what would you say to a bit of a friendly duel? You've got time to kill, and me too. Let's do something to shorten it. We can do something dignified. We'll clash arms for the glory of our masters. You for yours, me for mine.
I accept your offer. I'd fight for Lord Capon any time and any place.
Then you're the right man in the right place. Get your kit ready, and we can get stuck in.
I don't want to pry, Michael, but Sir Yaramir said he had some luck with horses. That sounds interesting.
Nothing interesting about it. His lordship's affairs are a long story, and a dull one at that.
Well, if there's one thing Lord Capon taught me, it's that noblemen's affairs are never dull.
If you insist, well, you're in for a disappointment. There's nothing interesting about it. Sir Yaramir had these relatives, and they died, God rest their souls, and his lordship inherited some land. But they couldn't give it to him or something, so they gave him horses instead, to make up the amount owed. See? Complicated and dull, but all above board.
You were right. That's nobleman's business for you.
Just so.
Ok, så da tar jeg på meg krigeroutfiten min først. Så...
Let's do it, Michael.
You don't have to ask twice. We've got some blunt old weapons for practice here, so we'll use them. We don't want to hack each other to pieces, do we?
That's sensible.
We'll do it in the little courtyard behind the gate. Tell me what weapon you want, and we'll get cracking.
Warhammer.
A warhammer, if you've got one.
We have. It's what I'm gonna take as well. Give me a moment. I'll put my gear on. Well then. Ready?
Let's go. Glory to Lord Capon.
Watch out. Michael is one of the best fighters.
Ja, hvorfor får jeg ikke lov å deffe?
Fuck that.
There's no escape!
Wait, shit.
A good fight. An honourable.
Yeah, I'd say. I haven't had such a good stretch in a long time.
Lord Capon's honour has been defended.
Ha! That it has. Didn't expect you to take me down like that. All honour to you, Henry. Here you go. Something to remember Nabokov by on your journeys with Sir Capon. You won fair and square. If you're feeling a bit sore, go and see Clara. She'll be in that house beneath the smithy beyond the gate, I reckon.
Oh,
She'll be happy
Clara.
if you show her where it hurts. I might have said this already, but if you've got nothing on your plate, you can have a game of dice's work. Or try Pelzel in the stables. I'm sure he'd love to show you how we hold races to pass the time. And if you want to train some other battle skills, you can practice archery with Mark. I reckon you'll find him on the gate.
Ok, mye greier.
I'm sorry.
Mark. Har lyst til å practice archery.
Greetings, sir. You've come a long way to visit us, so I reckon we ought to show our hospitality properly. We could practice archery together. What do you say?
Sure.
Sure. I'd love to.
I was hoping you'd say that. The targets are beneath the ramparts, so we'll shoot from the gallery. The rest is easy. I'll give you some arrows, you lean out from the battlements, and shoot at the target till you run out. The closer to the bullseye, the higher the score. And an extra 3 points to the one who shoots all his arrows first. And the one with the most points at the end wins. Stands to reason. If you beat me, I'll give you one of our best crossbows, so you don't badmouth us to his lordship.
Yeah, that sounds like a challenge. I accept.
Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Crossbow.
Longbows are for villagers. Gentlemen shoot crossbows.
Whatever you say. Let's do it then.
Take up your positions. Now!
Ja, han har jo ikke equip på... Jo.
I'm always glad to see polite people like you. God be with you.
Å, det var skikkelig miss, ass. Han misser på alt, da, han andre. Han har ikke treffet det til skudd, da. Treffer bullseye. Enda en bullseye. Det fikk 3 poeng da for å skyte først ferdig alle her også. Okay.
Stone me, sir. I never expected you'd be such a sharp shooter. Admirable. And here's the gift I promised, sir. You earned it, fair and square.
Thanks.
Han traff jo ingenting. Han traff ikke ett skudd.
If you want to try it out straight away, just say the word. In any case, you'll find me round that corner there. I'll wait there so you don't have to go all the way to the gate if you fancy shooting some more.
Jeg har lyst til å skyte mer, jeg.
Careful.
Another round of archery?
You bet. What else is there to do here? You may have got a gift, but I wouldn't say no to a little wager.
Ooh, okay.
Sure. It's not the same when there's nothing at stake.
Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Prøv bue, da.
Let's take longbows.
But you ain't got one. Your lord ain't exactly kitted you out, I see. We've got more than enough, though. So I'll let you take one of our older ones. It's not like anyone will miss it.
That's generous of you.
Jeg har jo bue, da. Jeg hadde den bare ikke quicka, liksom.
And we're off. Damn it. I'm only picking up a point at a time here.
Det er så mye bedre skyting mechanics i det her enn eneren, da. Det gjelder jo egentlig alt. Åh, skyt først. Yes.
Sakra! You've got a God-given talent there. All credit to you, Master Bowman. The groschen we agreed on are yours by right. Maybe you'll give me a chance to win them back? If you fancy it, or find yourself at a loose end, I'll be happy to do it again.
Sure. Ta den siste gang, da.
More archery?
Whatever you say. Feel like a wager?
Ok, så...
Sure.
Det er ikke så mye mer man får.
It's not the same when there's nothing at stake.
Bue er bedre, ass.
Now, just tell me what you want to shoot with.
Let's take longbows.
Bue reload.
Whatever you say. Let's do it then.
Og du får litt sånn zoom in når du...
Just get set. And we're off. What the hell was that?
Det er dritdårlig, han fyren der.
Sakra! You've got all credit. The groschen we agreed. Maybe you'll get if you fancy.
Ok, den. Hvordan bue har han ga meg? Det dårligste bua ever, liksom. Ok. Spille litt rann sånn her også, da.
I hear you're a keen dice player.
You heard damn right. All that traveling must have worn you right out. Take the weight off your feet then, and we'll shake and roll while you wait for your lord. I play for high stakes and all. I have some lovely badges too, if you're interested.
I'd like to play dice.
What game would you like to play?
With a badge. Knights.
Knights, as it should be.
Let's play.
Ja, hvordan badge jeg skal bruke da? Så den. Bruker jeg bare alle de der da? Og så... use badge to 50 more points this round. Can be used once per game. Sånn der.
I'm seriously curious about you, lad.
Og samme badge. Boom.
Why did I even pick up those dice?
Best på første, liksom. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Vi får en del poeng her.
My God, I'm done.
Åh, 3 femmere.
Take that.
My God, oh, come on.
Let's go. Åh, det blir 4 treere, det. Ah, det er dårlig for det, da. Ja, 600 bare.
Damn it! They're yours, lad.
Da har de der igjen, og den der, da. Det er huge, man.
These ones here.
Åh, 4 6.
If my luck keeps
Åh,
up, it'll
best.
all be over soon.
Nei. Det er hver gang så begynner de å ta meg igjen, ass. Hver gang jeg gjør det bra. Best.
Finished. Your turn.
Det går ikke an, og det er ikke RNG, liksom. Det er ikke full RNG. Den tar det alltid igjen, uansett. Ja, prøv. Sats på den buster. Det er hver gang, altså. Best, kom igjen. Nei, vent. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Og jeg mangler 100 poeng. Da vinner han jo så klart. Oh my god, det er hver gang. Det er hver gang. Det er ikke RNG i det hele tatt. Det er rigged. For det spillet der, altså.
Feed the pigs.
Excuse
Weed
me.
the beds. Fix the roof.
Put away that weapon.
Lovely horses you have here.
Aye, right beauties, ain't they?
There must be more of them than men in the fortress. That many horses must have cost a fortune.
That's right. Sir Yaramir had a stroke of luck.
What stroke of luck was that?
Look, this is Noble's business. I shouldn't go flapping my lips about it.
So there is something dodgy about it, eh?
Bollocks! It's all above board, especially our horses. Why not do something for your own lord's honour instead of insulting my lord's honour? We sometimes have this little race. You've got a horse, so you can show us your riding skills, eh?
if you tell me everything afterwards.
I'll show you, provided you tell me the truth about the horses afterwards.
All right, it's a deal. The race is from here to Nabokov Mill. That's down the path there and to the right after the little bridge. At the mill, there's this granary in front of the dike, and behind that, a willow tree. You go between the granary and the willow, and then back to the fortress. First one back here wins. You'll be taking on Hurtle. He's our best horseman, so you'll have your work cut out. None of us can beat him, but if you manage to, fuck it. I'll give you one of our finest saddles, whatever the cost.
That's fair.
Alla har lyst
Let's
i
do
man
it.
her.
Great. I'll call Hurtle, and you can get cracking.
Se om den gamle naggen her funker, da. Oi. Ah, han var for kjapp. Tror jeg. Kanskje ikke. Nå. Jeg tappte det her og så det sang sist, ass. Det er rundt her, ikke sant?
I'm back again. Quick.
Bare la han slappe av litt grann her. Og så bare kjører vi bare.
Quick.
Pebbles er bra.
Go. Quick! Go! Go!
Whoa! Whoa!
Jesus. Så langt bak alle, liksom. Easy, yo man.
You're right. Great race. Is Hurtle really your best horseman?
He certainly is. But you're a different class altogether, I see. You beat Hurtle, so, like I promised, the saddle is yours.
The pleasure is all mine.
If you're so
I don't speak
delighted,
that
race
language,
again.
English or Norwegian?
I want to hear about the horses. The race was nice, but now I'm all the more interested in where Lord Neback got such fine horses from.
Well, if you won't take no for an answer, well, lucky for him, but not so lucky for others. We came across a bunch of them bandits who prey on folk here. We tore into them and hacked them to pieces. A couple of our lads didn't make it. God rest their souls. But we kicked their asses, and we took their horses. They had loads of them. Who knows where they got them, but that's by the by now.
Where did you fight with them?
Not far from the stream that feeds into Nabokov Pond. They were just watering their horses when we charged them.
But Michael said it was between Lower Semi and Rock Tower Pond.
Really? I suppose Michael's right. It's easy to lose your bearings here. Nothing but cliffs and ponds. It makes your head spin.
But you're local. You must know these parts like the back of your hand.
I was shit-faced, all right? Let's leave it at that.
I see. Take good care of those horses, then.
I will. And if you don't have a sore ass from the saddle, we can have another round. Getting away from his guard duty and having a race would make Hurtle's day.
Nei. Nåsen sal var det han ga meg der? Er det bra sal? $2,000.
What does that pill?
Hva er alt dette her på meg? Og da får den mindre courage og mindre stamina, men mye mer space, så det er nice. I like that. Og der er øksa mi, jo.
Elite, his breath stinks.
Glem det, jeg skulle jo ikke ha øksa, jeg har jo hammeren. Kom med en Warhammer. En av to sover, fuck my life. That's how it is, man. Nå kommer det noe bra her snart.
God bless you,
Hello,
sir.
Clara.
Well, I never. The great warrior himself has come to visit. I can't remember the last time anyone beat Michael. You didn't hold back.
Well, you didn't make it easy. And that's good. I don't like fighting with wretches who haven't a chance in hell.
It's a shame there aren't more like you. Now, let's have a look. What kind of hosts would we be if I sent you back to your lord in that state?
I won't say no to being tended by pretty lass.
Oh, thanks. Well, I certainly can't refuse care from a lovely lass like yourself.
Well, I've done what I could. Better now?
Aye. Much better. Thanks a lot.
I'm glad. Will you tell me who you are?
Henry. Lord Capon's retainer. We're on a mission from Lord Bombergov.
Det er ikke sikkert du burde ha meg på
I'm
TV i
Clara.
stua nå, hvis du
Nice
har
to
det.
meet you, Sir Knight.
My sword is at your service, miss.
Blimey! No one's ever said anything like that to me before. But it's not your sword I need so much as your legs.
My legs?
I have to go and get fresh herbs for our sick folks. It's not far, but I'll be grateful for an escort and protector. And if you tell me about your chivalrous deeds, it'll shorten the time.
Bare noe å drikke. Varmt der inne, ass. can't say no to en
I
kommende
will be only too happy to escort such a comely maid.
Comely? You'll make me blush. Come on then, let's go. If I don't get back soon, the sick will start to treat themselves with schnapps, and that wouldn't do. Shall we go? Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's why I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights, or better still, about yourself. Where have you been? What have you seen?
Hamburg, ikke det som var slik?
Now that you mention castles, I conquered one once. The enemy took it by a ruse, and we couldn't let that go unanswered. We answered ruse with ruse. On a dark night, we scaled the ramparts to open the gate from inside.
That sounds clever.
Aye, but they discovered us, and we had to withdraw under fire.
A good thing, too. At least you lived to tell the tale. Tell me more, please.
Once, I was on the trail of this scoundrel, but the sly fox hid in the cloisters of Sasau Monastery. So I had to become a novice to track him down.
Good heavens! So you're actually a monk?
No. I entered the monastery under a false name.
Excuse me.
So I'd say I'm not a real monk.
That's good to know. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
God kveld, fant du forresten skatten I de fjellene? Nei, det har jeg ikke gjort. Det blir nok YouTube. Jeg orker ikke å lete mer. Viktigere ting å gjøre.
This really is a lovely spot. If it was up to me, I'd just lie down in the grass and take it easy. But I can't.
Why not?
I have to gather herbs to treat the wounded. When the ointments and concoctions run out, they reach for the liquor. And if his lordship found out I was dawdling, he'd have my guts for garters.
Does Sir Yaramir treat you badly?
Not at all. He's a good master, but strict, I can't lie. Still, now you're here, you can help me with those herbs. Then maybe we'll find a moment.
For dawdling? I can.
Maybe I'll tell you some stories in return.
I know quite a bit about herbs, I think. So just tell me what's wrong with your lads, and I'll come up with a remedy.
Really? So tell me how to treat fever, say, or shortness of breath.
In that case, you'll need sage and chamomile, maybe some poppy or marigold. Am I right?
Ja, så
Aye, exactly right. I've got enough chamomile. It's the rest I need. Above all, the marigold. Since you know all about it, you'll be back in a jiffy, won't you? It all grows in the glade here, but sometimes it takes a while to find.
I think I'll manage.
Jeg har fått rett til å snuse superstrang, ass. Da ble jeg sånn småkvalm. Snuse tett I hele dag, så skal jeg finne mer. Blomster skal du ha. Ja.
It happens. Just watch where you're going next time.
Så du skal ha sånn 100 000 popper, liksom? Eller er det feil? Sage, ja, ok. Jeg tok helt feil. Sage er den blå nå, ikke? Nei, lilla. Eller rosa.
It happens.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot. You've really helped me out.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first I want to show you something. Hurry.
Bikkja er med, vet du.
All right, Missy. Enough sweet talk. There's something fishy
Nei,
about
jeg
this
trykket feil.
fortress. So tell me what you know, or you'll be sorry.
You wouldn't hurt
Jeg
me,
trykket feil.
would you?
Jeg trykket for
Want
at
to
det var en
find out?
skill check.
I'll scream.
All you have to do is tell me what's going on here. Or will it have to be the
Jeg kan
hard
love
way?
det.
No. Please.
Spill the beans then,
Å nei.
or your taste steel.
Ok, jeg skal
All right.
love det.
All right. I don't know what you've sniffed out here, but my advice is to forget about it. Otherwise, you'll end up under lock and key like the others. And maybe I will too. Just go and get your lord and get out of here. And now let me go!
Ok, det var ikke bra, ass. Jeg så bare at det var en skill check, så jeg måtte bare. Det begynner helt her igjen. Ja.
Our little fortress doesn't impress you much, I suppose. You must be used to real castles. Actually, that's
Det går
why
bra.
I'm so pleased you're here. A bit of excitement at last. Tell me more about knights. Or better still, about yourself. Where have you been?
Holder to andre den gangen her, da.
All right then. Some time ago, my native region, far from here, was plagued by a gang of bandits. I tracked them, and it wasn't easy, until I found their secret stronghold in an abandoned village. My lord's retinue, me included, went at them. There was a terrible battle. Our enemies were humans, and they fought like demons. A lot of blood was shed. But we were victorious.
You really aren't any run-of-the-mill man-at-arms. At least I have nothing to fear when I'm with you. Tell me more, please.
In the hills above Sasau River, I discovered the enemy's hidden camp. I told the lords about it, and they assembled a force. Just like Lord Bombergov is doing now. We approached under cover of darkness and attacked.
Clever. And how did it work out? Do tell.
It was indeed clever, but not on our part, unfortunately. The enemy learnt we were coming. So while we were in the field, they seized one of our unguarded castles.
I'd rather not hear what happened next. Storming castles tends to be a bloody business. Thank you for telling me your stories. It's nothing like my life. I just patch up the lads when they come back cut up and bruised, like last time. But I have other talents too.
So close, but okay, spill it, Missy.
This really is. If it was,
Why not?
I have to. And if it's
Just
not a step, me.
I know.
Really? I've got since it all.
I think.
Marigold. Er det nok, liksom? Oppi. Oi. Likte ikke dominant mann, nei. Nei, det viste seg... Oh.
I've got everything.
Wonderful. Thanks a lot.
You promised you'd tell me something.
I will. Don't worry. But first, I want to show you something. Hurry.
Okay, spill it, Missy.
Now tell me what's so important that you couldn't tell me back there in the glade.
I wanted to give you a riddle.
A riddle? Why?
You'll know soon enough. Now listen. I bloom in silence, a petal's grace, a delicate charm in a hidden place, a whispered scent, a subtle ploy. What am I, elusive and coy? Solve this riddle, unlock the joy.
Get it, you want me, and I want you too.
Forget about riddles, Clara. You want me, don't you?
I thought you'd never catch on. Or that maybe you didn't fancy me.
Quite the opposite. You're pretty and...
Shush now. I hope they didn't hear us in the fortress. People wouldn't half talk. If you're as good as that on the battlefield, may God have mercy on your enemies.
I'm not so considerate on the battlefield, because as a true knight, I must do everything I can for a damsel in distress.
Oh yeah, bro.
You'll soon be a begging knight if you carry on like that.
What do you mean?
Well, I can grind the seeds and the like, but not every damsel in distress knows the recipe.
Should we stay a while longer?
No, up you get. I've got enough herbs and the sick are waiting. Pass me my clothes, please.
Sure. I should get dressed too.
Farewell for now, Henry.
Oh, vi var kjapt med Clara.
For your help.
Okay, so.
Thanks for the herbs. And the rest.
Det var noe av det du gikk glipp av sist, Thomas. Det er et par sånne scener, ass. Men jeg føler jeg burde restarte spillet egentlig, på grunn av de grafikken på trynene er helt ødelagt. Men jeg tror ikke jeg orker å spille så mye lenger, ass. Jeg begynner å merke det. Så.
You're a pleasure to play against. Do me the honor of another game.
I expect these are the chambers of the Lord of the Castle, where he's receiving Sir Hans. I shouldn't disturb them.
Sneaking around here. Får ikke plukke opp de, jo. Oi. Sånn. Oi. Dagger mace. Har alt det der i tilfelle det er bedre enn det er. Er det dassen deres? Den driter bare rett ned der, liksom. Bare skitne folk.
Military equipment? That must have cost a fortune. There's enough here for a small army.
Jeg har lyst på en økse, ass. Please don't find me. Faen, det noe som går rundt der. Very hard. Nå er det til og med lett. Det er ikke lett nå. Ikke vanskelig. Ok, nå er jeg så into deep her at jeg må ta en sånn saver snap, ass.
A lot of time's passed. Sir Hans's meeting is most likely over. I should wait for him at the stables.
Sånn. Hvor er den? Bare.
It's a good thing you've come. Excellent! My favorite retainer and protector just when I need him. The mission is fulfilled. It was a good meeting. In fact, we had a nice long chat. Sir Yaromir is a pleasant fellow, and he promised to send some men to help Lord von Bergov, of course. So we got what we came for. What about you? Did you have fun?
You could put it like that. And I saw some very strange things that make no sense at all. Everything about that fortress is damn fishy.
Really? Like what?
They're not so loud.
The horses, you mean?
I'll tell you everything, but not here.
For Christ's sake. This had better be good. Well, it's time we set off.
I agree.
Tutroski.
Oh, this place again. Oh, it makes my blood run cold. But it's good we're back safe. What you told me on the way about Nabokov was interesting. And definitely fishy. Good work. We should report it to Lord von Bergov.
Of course. Let's see him at once.
Etter jeg var på den der bryllupet, så har liksom storyen gått sånn...
Welcome back, Sir Hans. Henry?
Greetings, sir.
I'm glad you got back safe and sound. Now let's get down to business. Lord Capon, what news do you bring from Sir Yaromir? How many of his men can I count on?
First of all, Sir Yaromir sends his respectful greetings, sir. And he says he will pray for your good health. He was most troubled by the news about the ambush on your company. He promised 2 armored horsemen and 3 infantry bowmen. Nevertheless, while I was negotiating with him, Henry took a look around the fortress and became somewhat suspicious.
Very suspicious, sir.
I'm listening.
There are lots of horses stabled outside Nebokov. Suspiciously many. More almost than at the Samin stud, I'd say.
That's true. I noticed that as well. Sir Yaromir has a regular army of horses there.
And they can't explain where they got the horses from. Everyone had a different story. And when I asked about it, they got all flustered.
Even Nabok himself, actually. He got quite twitchy when I asked about it.
Well, well. Strange indeed.
It seems that something fishy really is going on. It is good that you are so observant, gentlemen. Is that all?
That's all, sir.
Good work, youngster. But we haven't been idle either. We caught one of those bastards who ambushed us.
What? How?
A stroke of luck, more than anything. He's under lock and key down in the dungeons.
And? Did you get anything out of him, sir?
It turns out he's a tough nut to crack. My men haven't yet got a word out of him.
What about torture, sir?
That is just it. The men are superstitious. They say unclean work fits only for an executioner, and it seems we don't have one here. So they just beat him a little. But the bastard certainly knows how to hold his tongue.
Damn!
I thought you might also be interested in what he knows. He's most likely from the same band that attacked you. I don't know what you think about such superstitions, Lord Capon. But if you want to try and get something out of him, I will not hold you back. Make him tell you where his gang hides out, and I will be in your debt. And if someone in the region is helping them, I want to know who.
That's an offer that's hard to resist, Sir Otto. I have a whole list of questions for that scoundrel, and superstitions mean nothing to me.
All the instruments you need are right there. Make him regret the day he took up arms against us.
Well, we'll interrogate him, sir. But I confess torture is as distasteful for me as it is for your men.
I thought you would want to settle scores for the ambush.
Have you forgotten what they did to Oates and the others? What they put us through?
No, I haven't. But I'm a Christian, and I won't lower myself to their level. We'll get it out of him without torture.
We shall see about that. But who knows? Maybe you will have more success than my men. You have already surprised me once or twice, so I'm interested to see if you can do it again. And if not, I shall just hang the bastard. As a warning to the others. Nevertheless, while we are dealing with nuisances, did you notice anything suspicious on my estate while I was away? Something that might put us on the trail of those scoundrels, say.
I'm afraid I can't help you there, sir. While you were away, I spent my time, hunting. And after that, I was a guest in your cellars.
That's true. And you, Henry?
Crusader knights were here, looking for their missing brother Conrad for the murder of several brethren. He was brought to justice. Traitors and murderers deserve no mercy.
Wise words. The best way to judge a noble is by those who serve him. And you are reflecting very well on Lord Capon. Now, to more pleasant business. My personal bodyguard, Lord Bartosz, also known as Black Bartosz, came back from Prague with me. An outstanding swordsman, among other things. So if you want to take your mind off things or fancy some training, as my esteemed guest, he will be at your service. You will most likely find him at the sword-fighting arena in the outer fortifications. That is all. Inform me about what you get out of the bandit.
Ja. Da har vi de swordfighting-greiene. Er det på kartet? Da gjør jeg det nå. Tenkte skulle...
Let's go a little farther so he doesn't hear us.
Skru av her nå. Men siden det ikke er på kartet, så kommer jeg sikkert til å glemme det neste gang.
What do you think about it?
Are you talking about the torturing?
What else? Seems to me you were all too willing to do that dirty work.
What was I supposed to do? It was a goodwill gesture. What's more, We finally have a chance to put the screws on someone who at least has some answers. You know how they say the ends justify the means? That applies exactly to our situation. Like I said, if we can manage it without torturing, all the better. But on the other hand, those fuckers had no mercy either.
You're right. In short, it's our task.
But don't get the wrong idea. I'm also hoping we'll manage it without nasty shit.
I don't even know how to torture properly.
I don't even know how to torture badly. For things like that, nobles have minions.
Only now the minions are...
Us. True. Come on. Let's get it over with as quickly as we can. It's up to us again.